Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. He just picked it, and I was like, whatever.
Yeah. He'll
I'm
probably
not
be
really
fine.
going for the
Food.
food. Just going to meet him and see if I'm going to meet him again. Just getting through them.
Okay. Hi. Welcome back to Through the Cameron Lens. Um, this marks the final of like our like 10, well, it's actually 11 episodes. I thought it was gonna be 10. I don't know how I ended up with 11. I'm a little bit worried about my counting, but
Oh.
like the first section, first season, I don't know. I'm probably just gonna keep posting right after this. I don't know if I would really call it a season, but like the main guests who I wanted to have on in the first month. And so maybe I said 10 because I wasn't counting Sarija because hers was so technically difficult, but a lot of them have been technically difficult, so
Yeah.
I'll include hers in my portfolio. And this is also my internship project, but that's um none the
Neither
not
here or there.
yes, thank you. Neither here nor there. This might be a really funny one because we use the exact same phrases that
Yeah.
just copy each other. But I have a super long-awaited guest. I can barely get through 2 days without someone asking me when my mom's episode is coming out. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Noha, and I'm Cameron's mom.
Are you nervous?
Introducing myself is silly, but yes.
Yeah, I know. That's always the strangest part, I think. Okay, we start every episode with the same question, if you haven't noticed by now. What was your first impression of me?
Oh, I didn't know I was going to get this question
Oh
too.
yeah. But also, are you gonna wish me a happy birthday?
On May 21st.
This is coming
Oh,
out
this
on May.
is coming on. Okay,
It is
happy
May
birthday.
21st.
Oh, whoops. You can cut that.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, happy birthday.
Okay.
I'm really like I think it's crazy saying that you're 18. I just think it's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I do
I'm
too.
really tripping out about it.
Dare I say, me too. But for to mark my 18th and the end of this section of the podcast, your first impression of me would be my birth, right?
Yeah.
So you want to tell my birth story?
Oh, yeah, it's kind of fun.
Okay.
Um Gosh, I haven't told this in a long time. So we were
That's
going.
not true. I asked you like 2 months ago.
Oh,
I
really?
think you usually give me like a half answer.
So we were going to. Well, first off, I labored for 27 hours with both kids.
Oh my God. Exactly
From begin
27?
exactly 27.
Why
So
isn't that
weird.
your lucky number?
I don't know. Maybe because labor's not fun. Labor's not fun. I don't know. But from start of like labor pains where it was like, okay, I'm in labor to delivering was 27 hours for both of you.
Wow.
But with you, I think we were at Balboa Park walking around, and then I was like, oh, I think that going into labor. But we were purposely walking around, I think, to get me into
Was
labor.
I early or late or
2 weeks early, like William too. Like you were both about 2 weeks early.
you're a quick gestator?
I wanted you out. Like at 2 weeks before you were due, I wanted both of you out, and I succeeded. Um,
You always get what you want.
when I put my mind to it.
Yeah.
So then we went to the home, and I think we went to the hospital that night, and they sent us back home because I wasn't dilated enough. So
Oh.
I was kind of bummed.
What do you have to be in the hospital? 10 centimeters?
No, 10 is when you give birth.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad.
2 or 4, I think,
Mm.
and I think I was only 2. So they sent me home. And then I was like, oh, so your dad's like second baby. I'm going to sleep. So he went to sleep. And then I was like walking around because you're supposed to keep active to like keep things going. So I stayed up, and then I turned on Justin Timberlake and I started dancing. So I was like a big, huge woman dancing around
A
the
big,
living room.
huge woman.
I was like doing
Hey,
squats.
rock your body.
Yeah.
Rock your body.
I was completely, I don't know how many songs I danced to, but I danced a lot. So Justin Timberlake
All Justin Timberlake.
helped you come to the world.
Oh, well,
And
I
then
owe him.
I don't remember when we went to the hospital exactly. I just remember the dancing, and then we went in the morning, and then, yeah, you took a while, and then you came. Then I would say my first impression, um, was okay. So I have to kind of say something not well, when you have your first baby, that
It's
you,
okay.
sorry, William,
People have said really.
when you have your first baby, it's hard to connect at first. So when I had William, of course, like you just know I have to take care of this human being now. So
Mm,
it's overwhelming sense of like taking care of
dread.
something. No, it's horrible. Like, so the like love, that's crazy love that parents get didn't kick in till like, I don't know, a couple weeks later with William. And then, but with you, it was there like right away. So I remember that pretty significantly because I'm like, oh, I feel it already because I felt so guilty for not feeling it
Mm.
before, but
Did
I
you have
felt
like
it
postpartum with William?
a little bit, but not to the point where like I wanted to hurt him or anything
Can
like
you
that.
tell my mom watches a lot of miniseries
Yeah,
dramas about moms?
I didn't like nothing like that, but I remember crying in a bathroom with your aunts and like just feeling guilty
Mm.
for this or that. I just felt a lot of guilt.
Which aunt? On dad's side.
Tracy, because we all had babies at the same
Oh
time.
yeah.
So you're,
Were they crying too, or you just
oh, I think it was
unhinged one?
just me because I was the one who had birth. I mean, everybody was like 3 to 6 months apart, but no, I don't think anyone cried with me that
Yeah.
couple times. But yeah, we all had babies around like 3 to 6. Well, you guys, I don't know if you've been through it on this podcast, like how close your cousins are, but
Oh,
we all
maybe
had
on
babies around the
Jordan's.
same time.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit. Um, and when I was born, what was I like? That's
Oh,
the first impression part, I guess.
yeah. I mean, when you were born, you're just born. But let's say when you were a baby, like when you were a baby and you started to have a personality.
Sure.
Yeah. So then we were a little worried because you were like, you definitely had a sense of humor. So but kind of like
I always had a sense.
kind of, yeah, you always had a sense of humor from when you could start
I was
talking.
sarcastic as a baby. You're like,
Yes.
what's wrong with this
You're a
baby?
little bit like, I'm gonna trick you. Like you enjoyed tricking us. Like I remember you holding something you shouldn't have. I don't know if it was like William's shoe or something behind your back, and you're like, "Which one is it? Which hand is it in?" And then we picked the wrong one, and you loved that we picked the wrong one, and you were so happy. And yeah, so you would definitely had a sense of humor right away, and you were clever. And then, oh, and you loved music since I can remember. And then, so before you could talk, you would hum and sing.
What music did you play for me as a baby?
Probably like baby Einstein's
Oh,
music, like symphony. Like I was really into developing your brain.
okay, wait, that was my next question. What, like, from the get-go, what were, like, the most important things you wanted to instill in me? Like, you knew for sure, like, we gotta get this in there, in that little baby.
Oh,
Mm.
well, I mean, I just heard things that were good for you, like since you were in the womb, which was music
Mm.
and talking positively.
Those are the books said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like books and people. So I did a lot of music. Um, and then you would watch.
So
uh,
symphony, you mean literal, like,
It
symphonies?
was like symphony music, but it was
Like,
baby
Leve? Like, or, like, classical?
orchestra. Sorry,
Mozart?
orchestra music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
but
Class.
not all the time. But yeah, because then on, I think it was Baby Einstein's. Because then when you could like watch the TV, it had music. It had colors and stuff to like
Yeah.
match the music. So it was like
Oh.
soothing for you guys.
That's like what you're supposed to like play for a dog having a panic attack.
Oh, well, I mean, it was soothing.
That's nice.
Um,
I feel like I want to watch that right now. Sounds nice.
but I don't remember. I don't, I don't think I was too dead set on like,
Values or anything like
not when
that.
you're that little, like sharing. I mean, the usual things. But I don't remember being hyper
Yeah.
sensitive about like anything in particular. Like both your dad and I were very loving and wanted, just felt like that was how we raised you guys, like to love.
Love is the
Yeah,
most
just with a
important.
lot of love and attention and not like showing emotion and
Like
Yeah.
vulnerability.
Yeah.
That's how you ended up with two like pussy sons.
Say that. Oh my God. No,
Like
because your dad did the same thing.
well yeah. And then we got to like 10 years old and everyone was like, why don't these kids play sports?
That is not my choice. That love and affection shouldn't get you from playing sports.
No, true.
Yeah.
Um okay, so comparatively to like your parents, I'm guessing mostly you wanted to parent really differently from your parents.
Well, you weren't a girl, so that was the
Gendered parenting?
yeah.
What's the difference?
Well, because that's why being raised by my parents was so hard because I was treated differently because I was a girl.
Oh,
So I didn't really look at it as not raising you like my parents did because
you never would have raised me. Even if you were parenting like your parents, as a boy, I would never be raised the way you were
yeah,
raised.
because I just didn't. It was. Do you want me to get into it?
You can.
It was just so different because so we're Egyptian and then came from Egypt and Muslim. So then, like, I couldn't date, but the boys could date. Or
Oh,
my
really?
brothers could date, which I have an older brother and younger brother, and yeah, so they could date. I had to, in my dad's eyes, I had to marry a Muslim. So that was kind of like the thing. Like, unless you meet a Muslim guy, you're not dating. And if you did meet a Muslim guy, it's pretty much like you're going to date him and then get married.
Oh. And did he have to be Egyptian or just
No, just
Muslim?
Muslim. But there, we barely knew. We had a small Egyptian community. I never met a Muslim, I don't think.
Oh,
At least my
really?
age. I
Like
never
your
met a
whole
Muslim.
community was all Coptic Egyptians?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then
So you
the
were
boys
like,
could spend the night at people's houses. I couldn't.
well,
So just very overprotective because I was the girl.
we ended up similar in that sense. Because I was only boy in groups of girls, so I could never spend the night at their
Uh,
houses.
yeah, but
Do
I
you know
don't
what I
know
mean?
if we
No, it wasn't
didn't
your
want you
guys'
to.
choice.
Yeah.
It's their parents' choice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, my best friend's parents. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
We've remedied since. But yeah. Okay, so then raising me is a whole different ball game.
Yeah. I mean, because the whole dynamic between me and dad was different, and because my mom was always trying to protect us from my dad, or get us things because my dad wouldn't let us. Where so that it was just so different.
But I
And
didn't, oh, sorry, I forgot. I was gonna say, I didn't realize in your childhood you were like isolated on isolated because like you were one of few Egyptians in Bakersfield and then one of one Muslim family as far as
yeah,
you knew.
yeah, we were isolated on. We were different, very different than
Interesting.
and didn't have any family, didn't grow up with any family where you guys grew up with like surrounded by family.
So
I
did
didn't
you
have
feel
any
like
immediate family.
out of place always growing up? Or once you got to school, you were like, I could just blend in?
No, I think maybe that I don't really remember, but I know I was a very shy child till I was like we moved to Bakersfield when I was 5 from Virginia and Michigan. And then my teachers thought I was dumb because I was so quiet. And
I
then
thought you were slow.
even though yeah,
What's wrong with this girl?
so
Never
because I
called.
was so quiet and shy, and then eventually they figured out I wasn't. And then but it took me until 6th, grade till I started making friends and getting out of my shell. And there was one teacher that like really got me out of my shell.
Yeah.
And then I had confidence, but I don't think I ever looked at like not having family,
Or community.
yeah, or community. It was just my situation, so I didn't look at it as a negative necessarily. I just um I don't know, maybe that was Nana helped with that I never was like super down on my situation other than not being able to date. Like if you read my diaries. If
It's
you read my
absolutely
diaries, it's really
devastating that you
sad.
couldn't take
I don't remember being that upset, but I think that was
really
all I
depressing.
wrote about.
The diaries are like a skewed sample though, because like it's just like the worst times that you would write in your diary. You were not like a regular it's there's no control in that diary, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we're analyzing it like like a social science.
Do you write in your diary like negative things? Do you
I
write in a
don't I
journal at
don't
all?
have a diary.
You've never journaled?
I have, like when we were really little, we had some, but like never consistently, never for more than like 2 weeks.
Oh.
Primary, you have me switching houses every 3 days. How could I possibly?
You bring your journal with you
So
or
much,
have one at each
so
house.
much to bring with me. I remember probably the longest journal I ever kept was like, um, the one that I wrote on the front, like, I don't know, like a million little things. Actually, it's way more artsy than what it was. It was
Uh,
definitely like one good something about good things, like positive.
oh, that's good.
It might have said, well, yeah, because you harped on about focusing on the positives, so it kind of got to me at a certain point. I almost think I just started this journal to like impress you. I was like, check it out. I'm focusing on positives, mom. Um, but I remember I would write each day like the little good things I could think of that
Oh,
happened. And then I did that for maybe like 2 months or something.
I probably should have done that more as a kid.
Your journal is just
My
like,
journal.
I'm living in hell.
Yes, I
Set
would
me
call
free.
myself Ugly Duckling.
That's so depressing.
So then in that way I felt like different from anybody
Oh
else.
my God. I have to show you. I saw this Instagram reel. Everyone should look this up if they can find it. Is like the Ugly Duckling story, but it was sort of like a folk song or like a country song. And it was like, we all know the story about the ugly duckling from the south. And it's like, and then the Ugly Duckling went and became like it's so uninteresting. Um like what do you call it? Wild Wild West pew pew guy?
Like cowboy?
Yeah, like a cowboy. He was like a cowboy. He left his mom disowned him because he's ugly, and then he went and became a cowboy. Fell in love with a girl. It is like a 1 minute song, but it had a whole story. When I watched it a second time, I realized that there's like foreshadowing in the lyrics of the song from before. Like they said that he had like a six metal gun or something, like it could carry 6 bullets when they were just like describing him as a cowboy. And then later on in the song, he shoots 5 people and then has 1 bullet left for the sixth one who comes up behind him. And so it was just a really well made Instagram reel, and the drawings were really okay. My mom's like, for those only listening, her eyes. But yeah, you'll have to see it. It's a great song. Anyway,
Okay.
so was there, circling back to how you were raised and raising me, was there anything your parents did that you were like, oh, loved getting that from my parents. I want to make sure I do that for my kid. Ways you were raised that carried on.
Yeah.
No, nothing.
Well, no, I mean, you talked about it with my mom, with Nana, like the love part.
Yeah.
Like, uh, so that came from her, I feel like. Well, maybe even some my dad, because he did show me affection, but his was just sort of conditional, unfortunately. But because I was a really good kid, he did show me affection, and he did show us affection when he was feeling good about us. So it wasn't like, as a man, he wasn't afraid to show affection and love.
Mm,
And we did say I love you. It wasn't a family, like, he said I love you a lot, so we all said I love you a lot. And that's the thing, we say I love you before we leave all the
yeah.
time, or before we hang up the phone. But I also got that from Amy, which is my best friend from growing up, because her and her family did that, and they just believe very strongly the last thing you want to say to your loved ones is I love you. So that came from that too.
I didn't realize like that's a little creepy too. Like at first, or not, it's not like it's sweet, I guess, but like growing up, I was like, oh yeah, we just say I love you because it's like greeting goodbye. And then one day I didn't do it, and you're like, what if you die on the road? And the last thing you said to me was bye.
I know, if you really look at it, it's kind of bad, but it's also, but it's, yeah, but Amy's a little OCD, so that's
Yeah.
why she does it. But
Shouts out Amy.
shout out to Amy. But it's like, but I love it, because I love that we constantly say that to each other, and it breaks my heart when I hear of people that don't say that in their families. Like,
Mm-hmm.
maybe we overdo it a little bit, but it also just definitely breaks my heart that other people don't get it.
Yeah.
Um, and setting goals and reach and like working for them, which is how I lived my
Smart
life.
goals.
In my project management, no, how I lived my life, and my dad lives his life, and my mom lives her life. Like they're very highly motivated people. So they taught me to be that way, and or I mean, I just was that way, and I wanted to lead by example and have you guys be, pick up on that as well, most
Yeah, I
likely.
guess that's a good point. Like, it's like always something you're trying to do better, trying to work on, or trying to get to. Like, you for sure. But yeah, you and Nana are really big on like declarations. Like, right now, I'm really trying to do this. Nana's like, I'm trying not to judge people anymore. That's what I'm focused on. And you're like, I'm trying to find a new job or find a new casual situationship. uh
Yeah,
with these exact it really is a smart goal.
it's a smart.
Your dating goals.
I don't know. I didn't exactly put a timeline on it though.
True, you're missing it's a smart goal.
But yeah, so being goal driven and motivated was my hope for you guys, and yeah,
Did
I
it
got
work?
it halfway.
Halfway. Oh my God. Well, I
Well, I
think
think
that you had, and Dad would admit to this, you had Dad working in the opposite direction. Well, he didn't want to, but genetically working in the opposite direction.
yeah, and I just think having kids is so crazy because just like we were talking about, I think you guys have your personalities when you're born. You just do. Like a lot of your personality is
Yeah,
there. We can influence it.
really.
Environment influences and society influences here and there, but like there's a core that's there when you're born. Or like when, because it starts to come out right away.
Was I born gay?
I still don't know. I still don't know, but I think so.
If I were not, how do you think this happened?
I guess you were, but because I guess I say I'm not sure because it took you so long to like really label yourself that way. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why maybe
But maybe that's
I
the society part.
that could be the society part, but like, um, but I think when when you were little, we thought that you were definitely straight but then now that you think about it, it could be because you were gay, that you noticed a lot of people you noticed pretty women. Like you loved girls, you loved women, and you didn't like boys or men that much.
No, God, who would?
And and then but you always noticed a pretty woman. We would go to get donuts and then you would be like, she was so pretty.
Really?
Yeah. And then we were like, oh man, he's gonna be a heartbreaker. Like
Oh my God.
we thought you were attracted to women. We're like, wow, he started before Uncle Tarek even, because like Uncle Tarek always says he noticed girls like really young.
Uh-huh.
And so I thought that's what we all thought about you. And then when maybe you were old enough to go to kindergarten or whatever, maybe the feminine started to come out. Like,
I remember choosing maybe did I do preschool only with Jordan? Yeah.
yeah,
In preschool with Jordan, we had this assignment. I might have mentioned it on her podcast where we had to choose like to make Diego or Dora out of paper. And I chose Dora.
yeah.
And all the girls chose Dora, all the boys chose Diego, and I would, yeah, Dora. And
But I feel like William liked Dora too.
no, William liked Diego, but I also did like Diego better. I just chose Dora
Yeah.
because I probably wanted to be like more with the girls than the guys. I don't know. But
Yeah, I don't know. I just know that you like little things started to come out where you were more feminine than masculine, and but we still didn't put it together until later. Till like I don't know, when you were 8 or 10. I don't know. Somewhere around
um
there.
oh, did you think about culture and religion a lot raising me? Like,
Oh, yeah. Oh, go ahead.
and
Sorry, go ahead.
no, you're good. Yeah, and like were there any particular like cultures or religions that you were trying to raise me in more than others.
Culture, no. I mean, it was just the environment we were in.
Right.
But
Were you trying to, but I guess what I could have hit the nail on the head, like, as far as culture, I do want to talk about religion too, but as far as culture, like, was there a goal in your mind to raise us maybe like more American than you were raised to avoid that sort of like isolation that you had?
oh,
Um,
not
not
consciously.
consciously. Yeah.
I think I was really happy with our American situation because, or I guess because it was, we were surrounded by so many of your dad's family members.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we were raising you in. So,
You're like, yes, got a white one.
yeah, there was like, and we had, they were all, it was great because he had two brothers and they were married and everybody was having kids. And
It's very nuclear family-esque.
yeah,
And then we kind of blew the whole thing up, but
okay, still, they're still around.
yes, no,
And
I
we still
call
even
it.
babysat for each other here and there.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, I mean, it didn't turn out perfectly,
Yeah,
but
it's
at least
true.
we,
So it was like not even a matter of like American Egyptian, but just like we had far more community and family than you ever had growing up
right.
because
So it
you
was
didn't have
more
any
about that.
cousins or anyone in the US.
Yeah. I mean, I think I just wanted you guys to know that you were Egyptian and had it through my mom, but it wasn't like I definitely there wasn't any conscious effort culturally.
Yeah.
So religiously, yes, but I still want you guys to believe in God, because I think it's really important, um, to have faith and to believe that everything's going to be okay and to get through the hard times. I think it really helps people. And so for you not to have that makes things more difficult and it just gives you some peace. And so I wanted that for you. Grandma, your dad's mom, a little bit pushy about religion, which was surprising when you guys were
Mm.
born. And I think she baptized you guys in the pool. So neither dad or I had a religion. He kind of believed in God because of things he'd gone through, but I always believed in God. But I didn't claim Muslim anymore. I didn't feel Muslim anymore, and I didn't have a religion, and I don't really feel agree with what people do with religion all the time. So I didn't. But that was like, oh, well, how am I going to raise my kids to believe in God though if they don't have a religion? So it kind of bothered me. But so I just kind of went with what Grandma wanted you guys to know some prayers. I think they're Christian or Catholic. I don't even remember.
I
Well, I guess
mean,
Catholic because of baptism.
Catholic is a sector of Christian, but like yeah, the only one I remember, she probably might have taught us more, but was when we would always before we slept at her house, like when she would watch us, we had to say, "Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. Angels watch me through the night till I wake to the morning light. God bless." And then we'd have to list everyone that we liked.
Yeah.
God bless mommy and daddy and grandma and grandpa and William and like we would literally and she'd be like, okay, keep going. Don't forget your cousins. Don't forget. And then it wasn't even her answer, but she probably just wanted to go to bed. But me and William we're like, wait, you didn't mention this person. I remember one night we had to debate whether Grandpa Bakersfield made it in the lineup.
Oh shit.
It was really
Did he
funny.
make it?
I don't remember. I don't know. I think that probably that night he did, and then we just like didn't even bring him up next time.
So Grandpa Bakersfield's my dad.
Yeah, we called him,
Clarify.
yeah, when he lived in Bakersfield. Um,
So that's what I'm talking about. Then I think I was like, okay, I'll do the prayers with them at home because that'll be a way to instill God. So it was like, thank
yeah,
you,
right.
God, and then that was where your thankful started too. So it'd be like, thank you,
What?
yeah. So at night we would do prayers, and we'd say thank you, God, and then we do thankful prayers at night too. I think we were doing that for a while,
Oh,
and then
pre-divorce or post?
pre
I don't remember that.
pre, and then maybe post. I don't remember when it stopped. Probably that's what happened was the divorce. That's probably how it
He lost
ended.
God.
Yeah, and adjust things for a minute. No, I didn't lose God, but just trying to survive for a while. So I don't know if that stuck. And then and then we switched it to doing thankfuls in the morning on the way to school,
Yeah, and that had nothing to do with God.
and that had nothing to do with God. So yeah, I dropped it and I regret it. I do.
Oh God.
I do. I don't know when I dropped it, but I stopped trying to bring up God so much, and
I don't think you could have saved me.
mm,
I
I
still,
think I
but
could
I
have
like
because
agree with you. You have to listen to Cole's podcast. We talk about it a lot, but um, like around faith and everything will work out. And I think me and you just obviously we had this sort of month-long spat about God, and then when I was what 14, and then because I was going atheist, which I don't think is like a great perspective anymore. Um, but now I think we've reached an impasse of like we don't bring up God in the house, but it's like well we do, but it's more like the universe. If we're gonna say anything that would apply to God, it's the universe or the spirits or Mother Nature or something. We just come up with something on the spot to be our God,
yeah,
which I think works because I have trouble sticking it to a guy.
which I'm fine with, and I don't even know 100% if it's a guy, but that's just how the picture in my head. But learning like in I don't know, I don't want to bring this up, but like you learn about a higher being, and so for me that works just to think about it as a higher being.
Oh yeah.
So it could be anything, but it's just a higher energy, a higher being. Yeah, but you just have to believe that that exists in your whole heart to make you, or I mean, it just helps.
Well, you're talking about alimony or whatever.
NA
And oh,
or not, like AA or NA teaches that. 12
yeah.
step teaches that.
Yeah, because your brother like you did the whole like family of addicts thing for your brother and like but I this is a question I was maybe gonna ask you because like I know that the whole 12 step thing is pretty I don't know. It's like the path to get clean in America. And like but do you think you need God or it's Christian based like and it
No,
is
because they say higher being. That's why they purposely make it not Christian,
oh
or they make it not a
they
religion.
might have adjusted it, but I think it started as like a Christian
Oh,
organization. But
yeah, they say higher being, not God anymore.
mm, so you think you need that to get sober if you're
It's part of it, yeah. Like, because you can't, you have to. It gives you faith.
that things will get better.
Mm-hmm. And the whole 12 step or people that go through it have to like have in when it has to do with their disease, they have to believe that they have no power over their disease. So
Yeah.
they have to give the power up. That's just the formula that's worked. So that I don't know if I 100% agree with it, but I've seen it work. So they have to completely give up the power. And so you give, but you have to believe someone's taking care of you if you're not taking care of yourself in that way, you know, that you don't have control, but there is a higher being watching over you.
Do you think that we need a new 12 steps? Like it feels like we've had this for a long time and it has like what, like 50% success rate or something?
Yeah, I don't know I
Probably
don't know the
less.
statistics.
I don't know the statistics either. But like I feel like no one I mean it's a free market. This is America. Like let's if you make a better one, you can make more money. No, it shouldn't be about making money, but I feel like and has anyone workshopped this? Has anyone tried a new one? Like it always I get it, like the 12 steps. I think some of it's a little harsh.
I'm sure other people have different ways of, I just haven't come across it.
Mm.
But I bet you there are now with the internet and stuff, there's probably different coaches that have different approaches to staying sober.
Yeah, I'd
I
be
just
curious.
probably just not as, obviously not as widespread.
Not as mainstream.
Yeah.
Um And we've danced around the question. Sorry, I keep pulling us back to the same subject just because I had questions on it. But do you think that like you being Egyptian, or in what ways has being an Egyptian American been different than like your average American for you? Like, how does it change your perspective on the world or anything about the way you live your life? I only ask it because I think that when you think of like Black Americans or a Mexican family or certain Asian cultures, even we've gotten insight into through family friends and stuff, like you sort of know what they're values, practices, a little tidbit about how they live their lives in America, but I don't think people really know about Egyptians or what's significant about being an Egyptian American, if anything. But
Yeah. So what's your question exactly?
um,
Sorry.
how does being Egyptian make your perspective different than a someone who's not?
Oh.
But I wanted to adjust it because if that's too hard, like just any customs or anything like that, values like that are different.
Um, well, just it's just funny, like um, feeding people is very, but there's other cultures that do that too. But where if you go into an American household, you sometimes, I wouldn't say everybody, but it's not as they don't push. Maybe they'll offer you water, maybe sometimes not. Um,
I'm really bad at that.
I got comfortable at my friend's house, and I would just kind of go help myself, but people didn't necessarily offer to. But you come to Nana's house or Egyptian house, and you're going to be food will be put in front of you, drinks will be put in front of you. They'll be offered whether you say yes or no. They're going to be put in front of you. Um, and so like the hosting or having to provide for people when they come into your house is very important in the Egyptian culture.
And
And
it's definitely carried on into your life.
yeah, and I love hosting parties. And yeah, and that's all I do during parties is make sure people have some drink in their hand and there's enough food, and it's very important. Or if any of your friends come over, like yes, it's usually on my mind. Probably not. I'm not as good at Nana, or
Nine.
not even close to
I
Nana,
don't
but
know if I would call what Nana does good. It's more like pushy.
it is pushy. Yeah, and I know the Mexican culture can have that too. I forgot what other cultures, but
Yeah.
so that's not shared in America with Americans that much. So and
No.
they notice it when they come to our house, like or Nana's house, like
Yeah.
they notice it, but they like it
And
because
people really appreciate it. Yeah.
yeah. So that's a big one. How strict my dad was a negative one,
Yeah.
and then like people just don't have parents like that.
But I mean things that carry on to you, like how you live your life.
Oh,
I think that the
that
hospitality was a really
yeah,
good
that's a
one.
big
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the
And
way
then
you
and if
see
you
the
go
world.
to Egypt, everyone's like if you watch the internet now, like Cameron and I are getting a lot of reels on Egypt. Ev-
Our proxy to Egypt is Instagram Reels.
yeah.
Did you see the one I sent you with the dogs?
Yes.
Oh my God, it's so cute, guys. I'm talking so much about Instagram Reels on this episode, but you gotta see this reel. And it's a puppies, or it's like in Egypt
Stray
in
dogs.
Cairo. I would call them puppies who are stray dogs, and they sleep on the hoods and the roofs of all the cars, and it's so adorable. Like they're all just lined up there on parking spots, but not on the parking spot on top of the car in the parking spot. And I think that's really impressive. Like American dogs aren't brave enough to jump up on cars. I think they
No.
should take more initiative in that way.
Oh my God. I was just all I could think was Nana would die.
I know, and I was like, these dogs seem fine, so I don't know why Nana is so scared of
I
dogs.
don't think there were that many around when she was young, or
Mm.
probably not where she lived.
Yeah, they do seem dirty though.
Yeah. Kind of
Probably
gross.
her parents would have been like, "Don't go near that dog."
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we should go to Egypt. Do you have a favorite memory from my childhood?
Wow. That's so hard.
I know. Yeah, I guess the one favorite memory.
I don't think I could narrow it down to like a favorite memory. Um, but I just like have memories of you humming and singing, and those are like really good memories.
Hmm.
When you first started writing, because we taught you to write on the iPad, we had the iPad teach you to write, like some app
Oh,
that just popped in my head, and that was like super exciting that you started writing.
at what age?
Ugh, I don't remember, but it was early. I
Yeah.
just don't remember exactly. It was before you started I think it was before you started preschool.
Oh, right. Like,
Like your name or whatever.
I couldn't tell if you meant writing like sentences or like writing with a pencil, like
No, like
handwriting
handwriting.
letters.
So that was exciting.
That's fun.
You talked early. And your first word was no. So we should let
Okay.
everybody know that.
And they say your first word is the thing you hear the most in the house, so.
It's not true. And then but you walked late because you and William are lazy. Like you're lazy. You could have walked early. You were standing and holding on to things, or you're like, no, like you just didn't want to let go
I think
till
that
later. And then you
I don't know if
finally,
I would call it lazy. Perhaps this is something that's carried on is I really don't prefer to do things that I'm not good at immediately.
oh
I
yes,
wasn't up for the challenge. If I was the best at walking while holding something.
yeah, you were.
So I was content staying the best instead of trying something where I was going to start out being the worst at it.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah. uh, and then was there any really challenging part of raising me?
Yes. There's still, I mean, it's not so bad now,
I
but
cannot get you to date women.
no, no, I never thought about that. It's you, you're very smart. It's how smart you are. So it's really difficult. It's very difficult to
Oh
argue, to
my.
win an argument with you.
Well, when you're wrong, you're wrong.
No, because sometimes I'm right. But then
And you,
I'm like, wait, he's keeps going, and now I'm questioning whether I'm right, but I know I'm right.
yes, yes, that is my ultimate goal.
That's the hard. And I know that's what you're doing. You can even see the smirk on your face when you're doing it.
Yeah,
Like you know you're doing it.
because my smirk is me going, she's realizing she's wrong.
No, she's realized I'm gonna keep doing this till she thinks she's wrong, even though I know she's right. That's what you're
That's
thinking.
not, I'm not that manipulative. I never argue if I agree with you. Actually, that's not true.
That's not true. I can tell when it's happening.
I'll argue anything just for the love
Yeah,
of the game.
yeah. That's the hardest part.
Okay, that's definitely valid.
Do you wait? I thought of a question.
Oh
Do
yeah.
you have a favorite memory?
From my childhood?
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely gonna be later on than yours. Favorite memory with you from my childhood. uh, Honestly, my childhood is mostly quite blurry.
Okay.
Only okay. You'd be a great podcaster.
That's bad to say.
No, it's just, I was gonna keep going, but you're like, okay, never mind.
No, I didn't mean it as stop.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, but my childhood is really blurry. Like, if you ask me for like a strong memory from my childhood, it's because I felt like a really significant emotion. Like
Mm.
anything I think about, I remember with you, I had to like cry. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Or I think about like when you took me on that walk and like forced me to come out of the closet. It was crazy.
We should probably talk about that. That's
Oh
pretty
my God.
significant.
You're right. That was insane. So imagine this. I'm laying in bed peacefully. Two big armed men come in, put a blindfold on my face, shove me in a van, take me to PQ Canyon trails, and I start walking with my mom, and she's like, boys or girls, choose now.
What?
That was my perspective.
Oh my God. I was
I'm just kidding. You tell me what you feel happened. So did you call the like the strong-armed men like before or after?
funny. You were we so you were friends with Reese,
Hmm.
and you were best friends with Reese, and we would like make jokes about you and Reese kissing in a tree, and it would really upset
Kissing
you.
in a tree,
And
as the children say.
Kissing,
Of course.
but one time you got so upset you just went to your room and closed the door, and we were like, wait, that's
No, I
wild.
like left the dinner table. I was
Yeah.
like done.
And we were like, wow, okay, so that's a lot for a joke like that. And we were already suspecting it, but like, okay, I guess he's really struggling with his identity right now. And so maybe I just need to confront him about it and let him know that he can be comfortable talking to me about.
You felt my homosexual angst
Yeah. Or
radiating.
I think you felt your confusion or your fear of coming out to the family or whatever it was. It was
Yeah.
not sitting well with you. And so we went, so I took you on a walk, did not strong arm you. asked you if you wanted to go for a walk, and then we went in on a hike, and then I asked you if you liked, if you felt like you were attracted to boys or girls more.
Oh, was
And
that
then
it?
you immediately said, "Do you think I'm gay?"
Oh, yeah.
And then I said, "Yes, I kind of think that you are."
You actually remember this better than me. I remember more emotions than words.
Yeah, I said I kind of think you are, and I just really wanted to let you know. Or and then I think I was trying to get you to talk more, but you just weren't ready to. But you said you was a lot of I don't knows, but I
Yeah.
don't know, but I could be. And then you had seen it on a show or
Yeah,
something.
that is the one thing I remember. Andy Mack, shouts out for, sorry, I keep saying shouts out. First gay character on Disney Channel. And it was so funny because it was like this character. I think I told you this at the time too. And now it's hilarious. Back then it was really frightening. But like there was this character, I think Cyrus, and he was like me, essentially. He was like very typical like gay guy. And for the whole first season, he was just like there. He was a friend of the girls. He hung out whatever. And then like season 2, episode 1, it's like he's gay. And I was like, wait. Hold on. Me in the TV show, he's gay?
Yeah,
And then I had to really start rethinking things. Because it was before I felt like attraction to guys or anything. And it was just like identity politics, right? And so, um, that's when I had to start. And then, there were people in my life who helped or hurt, but um at that time, I really didn't know. Also, I felt that the Reese issue and I still like see them as like completely separate things. I know that everyone else felt they were connected and maybe they were, but like to me storming off that night, I promise you, I went to my room and I was not thinking about who I was attracted to at all. I was just really annoyed that people kept trying to put a label on me and Reese that it wasn't our label. I was like, why can't boys and girls just be friends? It was much more about like just wanting boys and girls to be friends than anything to do with who I was attracted to at all.
oh,
To
interesting.
be able to be friends. Like, but it all does kind of tie back to like the social structures confining me at the time,
Yeah, you didn't
So I wasn't big on social structures. Never have been.
never have been. Yeah, so then you kind of admitted that you could be and were relating to that show, I guess, which that's new information for me too. And then,
Oh, I thought I told you.
well, it was
Yeah.
not in that depth. Like at the
Yeah.
time you had said it, but not reflecting. We didn't reflect back on it much.
Mm.
Yeah. So then I think it was good. It was just really, then I made sure that you knew that I was 150% okay with it, that you didn't have to be worried about it when you did figure it out, and you could tell me about it.
So I'm a perfect liberal
Yeah.
mom, accepting my children for being queer. Um,
Well, what else do you want me to
no, I'm
do?
just kidding. That's great. Um, and yeah, that was a good story. I also remember on one podcast I was like, I'll tell you my coming out story after this, and I never told it. So it's good that we've circled back. Probably Addison's. If you want much more in depth on my queer experience, check out No, okay.
But you didn't come out then.
No. I mean, I was not. I think we both live in the same world where if a reality, we believe in stern realities and not theories and
Yes.
yeah. So there was no stern reality of me being gay at that time. Hormones hadn't kicked in. I wasn't attracted to guys. I was like, all signs point to gay, sure, but I'm not saying that until I'm actually gay. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't think maybe some little kids it's different. For me, there was no like I couldn't be gay as a little kid. Like I wasn't having romantic feelings. So like how could I be gay? And people really wanted me to be gay. And I was a late bloomer, so on top of it too. Like I really didn't have hormones kicking in until probably like freshman year. And then I was like, all right, we gotta kind of
But still, then it still took you like a year or so to be
Ye-
like, yeah, I guess I am.
yeah, but I guess that was sort of like that was literally puberty. I was sitting there becoming having slightly more like um attracted feelings each day until I like realized what it was, and then I was like, yeah, all right, it's definitely guys a lot more than girls, and I'll still ride with the undecided thing. I think it's fun. I think
Yeah.
it keeps everyone open minded and on their toes. So
Yeah. I agree with that.
Um, okay. What's your perfect restaurant experience?
Oh, I love restaurants. Everybody knows. It's like my happy place.
So, if you were the Michelin star giver,
Maybe that's what I should do when I retire.
become a Michelin star giver
Yes. Or
and
like
a
a
restaurant
restaurant
critic.
critic. Oh, I
Or
would
you could
love
start
that.
like blogging or making Instagram reels about it.
I would love that.
So yeah,
Um,
tell me,
Restaurant experience?
you
Hmm.
walk in the door. What's give me perfection?
Mm. Well, really nice views, like maybe plants, maybe windows. Like it's not, I guess dark restaurants can be cool too.
Like you like natural
I like
atmosphere.
natural light though, and natural atmosphere feeling. And then and good colors and just good decor. And then the hostess is nice, and then they seat you somewhere that's not in the corner by the bathroom because I have the worst luck always getting seated in the corner by the bathroom if I have reservations. Um and then I like to sit where I'm not facing the back of the restaurant. I like to sit open to the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And then good service, but not too overwhelming. So they check on you, but they're not interrupting you every 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And they should have the waiters and waitresses should have a really or the servers should have really good.
The gender neutral language.
Yeah,
Good
good.
job.
That's what I just did. And they should have really good. What am I gonna say? They should be like really know the menu because I love just to get their ideas. Like, get me a
Mm,
smooth red wine,
yeah.
and you pick it. What's your favorite thing on the menu? And like, don't just try to sell me the most expensive thing. And why is it your favorite? And like, help me out with the menu.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then the food has to be amazing, of course, and then dessert and drinks. I like a good drink to go with my food, to complement my food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And we have to choose a restaurant for my birthday.
Oh yeah.
Where we'll go tonight.
Yes, where we'll go. Oh, tonight, which is the 21st.
Which is today, the 21st, when this podcast is released, and we're doing it live. Okay, yeah, that sounds amazing. I think you should become a restaurant critic. I think it'd be really fun. You could go viral on the San Diego, they call them micro influencers when you're like everyone in your city knows you, but like not outside of it. You're a
Uh,
micro influencer. You imagine that you start getting recognized walking down the street for your restaurant reviews.
that would be fun. I know. There's a couple I follow that does it. There's a few people I follow that do
Yeah.
it.
And then sort of one more separate conversation before we move into the segments of pharmacy and medicine and all of that to we can dig deep, but what's like one thing if you could change just one thing about how the pharmaceutical industry is run in the US, what would it be? First thing you'd if you were in charge again, first thing you'd have go
Oh,
or stay or change or whatever.
it just gets so complicated. But obviously, that you make drugs affordable for patients. But for me, I think bigger than that because the drugs aren't always the answer. So we need to switch it to that drugs aren't always the answer because there's you have to go back to the caveman days and learn how to take care of yourself without medicine. And then if medicine's needed, then it can help. But if you don't do the lifestyle changes and the diet and the exercise, then the medicine is actually probably helping a little, but then causing other problems because all medicines have some side effects. So
Mm.
Western medicine has side effects. So or you just can't ever get off of it and you get super dependent on it and
Ozempic.
yeah, yeah. So you just don't, it doesn't add value to your life. I think they need to teach people how to, doctors should be retrained and pharmacists should be retrained to teach people how to have a good quality of life first and then prescribe medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Do you think it's possible to have that sort of level of like a healthy quality of life though in the state our like economy is in now?
yeah, because I think that at least bet more because they can afford an apple. Just like if they can afford their $20 a month medication, they can afford
Mm.
to buy apples. And, you know, not, it doesn't have to be organic,
Should
but
Medicare cover apples? Medicaid cover apples?
healthier food. Oh, that's a good, yeah. I would, but yes, I think that like the health industry should cover, because it's like hard at Kaiser to get acupuncture covered or to get, other things that aren't medicine. It's hard to,
Alternative.
alternative medicine or alternative treatments are harder to get covered than just medicine.
Yeah, of course.
So that needs to
Because
flip
they're
flop.
not making our
The
giant medical industry money.
money, right. But if that flip flopped, then people would be a lot healthier. They would have access. They would be able to have access no matter how rich or poor they were.
So you think we need to make it easier to get low risk, possibly high reward, um, holistic treatments,
Yes.
and more difficult to get those high risk, high reward medical treatments?
Yeah. But yes, the drug industry would make a lot less money. And they make a lot of money. Like I should have just started working for them because they make a lot of money.
But then
Uh,
at what cost?
at what cost? Yeah. So, but that would be my answer. It's really frustrating because I'll be like, "Oh, I'll ask them, doctor, did you even talk to them about losing weight before you prescribed the weight loss medicine or did they make any other attempts to lose weight before prescribing the weight loss medicine?" And sometimes no.
Yeah.
They wanted it, so I prescribed it for them. It's really, or then you have doctors prescribing Adderall to wake people up and help them focus, and then they prescribe Ambien, like a drug to help them sleep at night.
Both at
Both.
once.
It's like, so they're literally prescribing uppers and downers to people of all ages. It's so horrible.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's upsetting for me.
Do you think that we should deprivatize pharmaceuticals entirely?
Explain that more.
Basically, like right now, each, manufacturer pharmacy company is like able to exist just like any other consumer goods businesses, right? And so they can take whatever path they need to make the most money off of their drug. And so, because they're private industries. But if we deprivatized it, that would mean that like there are far more caps and they're not just like anyone could start a drug company. It would be controlled by the government.
Oh,
But then it wouldn't, but then it would be far more like regulated. And the main goal ideally wouldn't be to make money. Um, it would be to help people. But you have to kind of balance how much you trust the government. This is the argument of socialism versus
oh,
capitalism.
that's what I thought you were going. Yeah, I think if I had a choice, if that was my only choice, kind of, then yes, I would choose that. But if there was a cleaner way to do it without totally depending on the government,
I know.
like maybe a lot of people that thought the same way, and then I don't know, it was still public but not government run.
That's why I said that it should be we were talking about in class socialism, communism, or capitalism. And communism was off the table pretty quick. I don't think anyone was comfortable with that level of government control. But like socialism is the idea that we still have like private businesses for consumer goods, but like the government is providing all your necessities to like completely providing them, I think, from what I understand. And so basically, I was saying as far as healthcare goes, I think that we should deprivatize it, but make it work almost like a privatized company would, where like you get government funding, each city does, and then local teams in the community create their best healthcare program for their
Yeah,
community.
that would be perfect.
Yeah. Thank you.
That would
Genius.
be perfect.
um Interesting. But then, yeah, then you have to, yeah, I don't know. It's such a massive issue. But the reason I said, like, is it possible for people to focus more on lifestyle before getting the medication? Ugh, It's just all evil. They've put the like powers that be, the billionaires, whoever, have put our economy in a situation where there's so many people living paycheck to paycheck who need to work constantly to live. And working constantly is destroying their bodies. And then what do they do when their bodies are destroyed? Go get medicine. And the biggest names in medicine, painkillers. And then, oh, it's Demon Copperhead, Brett. And it's Appalachia, guys. It all comes back. And and then they are supporting the giant industries that are putting them down
Yeah. No, it is. There's a
by
lot of
proxy.
vicious
And so it's cycles.
cycles.
And it's impossible to help your lifestyle until you can make enough money. And it's impossible to make enough money if you can't work. And you can't work if you're not getting the medication you need to keep working. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
I guess so. I mean, I think if you're working two jobs, you can't wake up early enough. Well, because sleep is part of the medicine.
Right.
So you can't wake up early enough to go exercise but yeah. I mean, yes, there's a lot of vicious cycles. That's why it would take so much work because it'd be so much reversing of all the bad stuff or the bad cycles that have been put in place.
So what do we do, Mom? Revolution?
We just do like one little step at a time and like teach wellness to people that want to listen.
Hmm.
And then I have my little, if I at work and I can influence a doctor, it's like one step at a time.
Yeah.
Like, can you offer some lifestyle things first? And sometimes they listen.
Hmm.
So that's kind of how I look at it.
That's good. I have a segment for you.
Okay.
The deep question segment. You've seen the board all around the house. It has.
And I've never even focused on what I want to pick.
Just how's the time to decide? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different symbols. Each one has a question inside. Which will you choose? You can open it. Or I can open it if it's too far for your short arms. Oh, yes. Yeah.
You can open it. Do you think everyone should have kids? No, absolutely not. No.
Why?
I love having kids, once I had two, I was good. Did not need any more. I knew I wanted kids, but I think people that don't know they want kids should not. It's very hard. Like, and you should dedicate your life, I feel like, to your kids. And I don't think these parents that had kids and didn't want them and they're not dedicating their lives to them, they shouldn't have had kids. Or they are dedicating their lives to them, but they regret it because not that they don't love their kids, they just miss their old life so much because they never really wanted kids. Because your life changes completely. So like, yeah, from the work that it takes when you guys are infants to money and college now and not being able to travel the way you want to travel sometimes if you can't afford it. There is something I just don't think everybody was made to be a parent.
Yeah.
And I don't think you should be a parent because it's not fair to the kids. I strongly believe you should not be a parent if you don't really want to be a parent because it's not fair to the kid.
Hashtag bring back abortion access.
Yes, that's devastating. It's devastating.
Yeah.
If people don't have a choice.
Interesting. That's a really good answer. I honestly was glad you chose it because I felt like everybody I know would say no, and except for maybe you or dad or people in the older generation who are really passionate about, kids bring fulfillment to your life. Kids, are like what we're meant to be doing here, continue your legacy, etc. But like, I appreciate your answer. I think it was a better perspective than like some people have. That was really good. And then the final question of the podcast. Oh yeah, it's called Through the Camera. I was like, what is it? I ask everybody. It's called Through the Cameron Lens. What do you see through the noha lens? Give us your hot take.
Oh yeah, I didn't get into any of it.
Yay.
And we didn't get into dating at all.
I know.
Well,
Well, we
that's good.
mentioned it a little bit.
Um, so I have two, one for your generation and one from my generation.
Okay, great.
So
One
your,
for people listening to it now, and one for me when I listen when I'm your age.
yeah, that works too. I mean, it could, both could apply to your generation as well, if you can think that far ahead, kind of, but you guys are just starting out. Um, for your generation, I just really want you guys to not stress yourselves out more than life is already going to stress you out, which I always tell you. So you do need to believe that you have control over your brain, and you have control over your thoughts, and you really should take advantage of that. And I think but that can work against you because you guys blow things up and make it.
This feels so targeted. Typically through the Cameron lens isn't the segment where you go, you need to do this. You. It's not a second person
Because
kind
it's
of
my
thing.
view of like children these days.
Okay, so you're okay, I understand.
Yeah, my view of children these days is that they make their lives more difficult than they need to be because they worry so much about things. Yeah. And that there's a way to not worry so much.
But do you think we should be worried?
No, I don't. I think that, but you'll also like, oh, I wish I had better, good examples, but don't make it more than it is. Just don't make things more than they are. Simplify them. It's like people say, like, it's not the end of the world. Don't make it the end of the
Don't
world.
make a mountain out of a molehill.
Yes, and then I think I
You
think
think
that
we're
happens a lot.
purposefully surrounding ourselves with mountains?
In your mind, like your mind will take you there, and then you'll get really stressed out until you realize it's not a mountain, and then you'll come back down. So that's kind of a pattern that I notice. And but the solution is realizing that not everything is a mountain, and taking a step back and really changing your perspective, trying not to stress out about it, and then like really looking at the reality of what you're facing and then how you can face it.
And do you think once we stop making mountains out of molehills, then we can focus on the actual mountains more
Yes.
diligently?
Yeah. Because there will be actual mountains that you have to climb. And that's what I'm saying. Like, life is hard. Life is already hard. Your mind doesn't have to make it harder. I mean, life is great, but there's also really hard parts in that. And you guys haven't even dabbled in it yet.
Well,
some of you have, but there's much more to come.
Yeah.
There's much more to come. So that because you'll be handling things more on your own after the age of 18.
It would have been really funny if you're like, some of you have. You haven't, Cameron. I know your life. You're fine.
And then my other perspective is that I feel like I deserve to be as happy as I want to be, and everyone deserves to be as happy as they want to be.
I really thought you were gonna solve an I. My other hot take is that Noha Jackson deserves to be happy.
Because you're telling me not to tell people what to do.
No, I'm just kidding. That was really good.
That, in relationships, in your job, you don't have to settle. Like, you can pursue happiness. You can pursue the happiness that you feel like you deserve.
You're gonna love my capstone.
You're not gonna settle.
You're gonna love my capstone tomorrow. Yay, I'm so excited.
So that's, I think, a big noha perspective.
Noha lens.
Noha lens is independence and not settling.
Love it. I think that's great. I think if anyone knows her, they know she does it. She walks the walk. Thank you so much for coming on. This was so fun.
It was fun.
Yay!
We did it.
We did it. Finally. Everyone stop begging. I love you.
Love you.
Goodbye.
Bye.